Genuinely now big problems for this particular once respected hospital in the very heart of London. We're talking of course about the London Clinic, favoured by celebrities and royalty. And as we told you first the other day, the background to this particular story seemingly is not going away, and the intricacies of how, why and who wanted to obtain those medical records of Catherine the Princess of Wales really are shrouded in mystery, seemingly because of course it appears, and as ever we have to say allegedly, that the hospital knew a little bit more than has first been revealed. But let me explain the background to this particular story. Morning, lovely to see you here today. You know, it was sunny earlier on, I know. Now this is the thing, isn't it? London weather, any weather, isn't it? Clouds over. By the way, somebody made a cutting remark the other day. It did make me smile. Apparently my bleached barnet gets bleached in the sun, and apparently it had a perm as well. You do it doesn't bother me, but you just kind of think, I'd love to see your picture, and I'd love to see you filming this out and about, literally on the streets of London. You know, they're all critical, aren't they? But you do kind of smile to yourself and think, is that the best you can come up with? You know, as I often say, bullies hide behind things, don't they? They never come out fully in front of you. If they did, we'd make mincemeat of them, wouldn't we? Oh yes. Now this is a problem. Now we'll have a wave. Yes, sorry, good morning or good evening if you're going to bed. I know. Well, I know. I keep forgetting, but I'll get there. You know, I get so engrossed in the story, you know. And this is truly an interesting story, because when you think about it, it's all about a hospital that really should be very much revered. It is one of those places in London, you know, by the way, that it's sort of spoken about in hushed tones. You know, if you can afford to go there, well, you know, you must have some money. And of course, it's been a much used, frequented hospital by senior royals over the last few years. But now, let me tell you, according to a very well-placed source, quite a few cancellations are coming their way, and as ever we have to say allegedly. Now I think this is a little bit sort of gung-ho, you know, in the sense of that all hospitals, when they have high-profile guests, you know, security level is of course mega tight, but you can't get any bigger, can you, than senior royals? You know, that's the problem. When you have mega senior royals staying with you, and of course you've got cameras outside, film crews, that sort of stuff, even though they were at a respectful distance, I might point out. The other issue is, you know, now the trust in people, and it's all really about money, you know, and this is the problem now that the hospital are going to have to assign themselves to, because at the time of recording this, there are 3 people allegedly attached, but the number is rising. This isn't just something that, you know, 2 or 3 people have done. This is an intricate operation to actually access the very private records of the Princess of Wales. Now, a lot of people have been saying online, oh, well, they weren't interested in His Majesty the King. I think that's a little bit unkind as well. Of course they would be interested in His Majesty the King, but basically Catherine wields a lot of internet presence, and her records now, as I said to you before, and I believe I said this on one of the TV channels I work for, you know, really, where could you post it? There would be somewhere, but eventually it would be tracked down. So it's a bit silly, isn't it, if they think they can get away with it, because ultimately everybody finally gets found out. Right now, it's very debatable exactly whether the royals, and I say this as ever, allegedly, would be returning. You know, I mean, how this now develops is going to be pivotal to their reputation and their company, their business going forward. It must have seemed absolutely delightful at the very start of the year, everybody literally knowing this particular brand, mega free publicity around the world, booking shot up from other celebrities, let me tell you, who wanted to experience for their own particular health concerns the experience that Catherine had. Now it appears that people are backing off in droves for fear that something may happen again. Now I think that's, as I say, a little unkind. It's a glip, and it happens in most major things like this, most major companies. But for now, the London Clinic literally is in the news for all the wrong reasons. And as I say, regarding the senior royals, it remains to be seen if they do feel confident enough regarding the ongoing security to return. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.